outstanding last week, racking up a ton of yards and touchdowns. It's the Colts and the Texans coming up next.
Have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports.
This taken in at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year in the NFL now.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
Well, this defense for the Colts, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
Even better than that, they pitched a shutout in that game, and I'm telling you, trust me on this one. That's a confidence builder for the rest of the season. When you get a defense that puts together a performance like that this early in the year, well, that sends notice to the rest of the NFL and spreads confidence throughout the locker room that they're going to be a force to be reckoned with.
On the bootleg, Stroud. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. But defensively, you really can't script the start much better. You get a 3-and-out and a sack.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. They kept them short of a first down on first and second down. And then on third down, they pick up a sack. What tremendous momentum for them to start this game.
So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
Before the game, when I said hello to him, I tried to give him a little dap, but he wouldn't give me any, and I thought he was snubbing me. Then I realized he's keeping all that flame to himself. How about the week he had last week? AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
Down the right sideline.
Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Jonathan Taylor with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The touchdown. Here's Gay to kick it away.
Taking it about the 1. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game.
Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
On second down, here's Pierce.
And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Going for it with Pierce.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, that was a 3rd and long run, and to me, that was just a wave the white flag kind of a situation. Obviously, they don't want to risk the chance of throwing it downfield and risking a turnover in this section of the field.
Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or two. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line.
Running left, Taylor.
Nice little juke. And they'll get him down as he's inside the...
yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries in the ballgame.
Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The Colts hit 2-0 here to begin the season, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 24-yard line. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards.
Richards into the air on first down.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Jonathan Taylor,
his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game.
And the Colts lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game.
Extra point by Gay is up and good, and it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
This taken in right around the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Now comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10.
Well, they get to Stroud, nowhere to go, and he goes down. Eric Johnson,
he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Throwing on 2nd and long.
Stroud.
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
All right, partner, deuce is wild on this sequence. 2 plays, 2 sacks, and now 2 points thanks to the safety. Offensively, there just didn't seem to be much of a plan when they came out on attack. That let the defense create a little chaos up front and set up one of their guys to make a play and get through and record the sack.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just now supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Michael Pittman,
His 9th touchdown of the season.
and the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession as they've got it as we resume action. Gay now set to kick it off. Taken at the goal line. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Texans offense set to regain possession. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10.
Ready up.
On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
Ready.
Here's Stroud. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. Seven on the play, and now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
Shot alert. Hey. Unlock line.
Play action. Stroud now.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
Eric Johnson
Able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So here are the Colts to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10.
Come on. Set. Go.
Now Richardson. And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's 2nd down.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
19 Lions. 7 Pirates. 18 Rattlers.
From the shotgun, Richardson.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
79 Broncos.
Richardson out of the shotgun. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman.
It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, so far.
And the Colts are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
On second down, it's Stroud. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times.
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
Here is Michael Pittman and the rest of this offense getting set for the upcoming drive.
He has certainly made the most of his catches so far, both of them going for touchdowns here in half number 1.
And we've never met a team that doesn't talk about getting off to a fast start and featuring guys that they want to have the ball early. We're seeing both of those come into play here. After an incredible start, got their feature guy going, and now everyone else should have opportunities.
That one goes for 30 yards.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
First and 10. Here's Richardson with it.
Looking this time for ones, and it's intercepted.
Derek Stingley picks it, and the Texans are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Now Stroud.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Ready, break.
On third down, here's Pierce.
And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
On now to punt, here's Bradley Pinion. McKenzie now to return it. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A give for Taylor running right side.
Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he takes this one in for the Colts touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor
on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Colts are pouring it on. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half.
after the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
And this taken in at the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. And now out comes Houston. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Stroud now on 1st and 10.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Well, Charles, I mean, things just seem to be getting worse and worse for one sideline. Or flip it over after that fumble return for a touchdown. Better and better on the opposite end. What an impressive first-half performance.
And, partner, I know the saying in the NFL goes that no lead is safe. But I will say that this one seems pretty secure. And if we continue to see plays like that, I'm going to switch back and say this lead is safe.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left. More than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
And Stroud now to throw.
And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And what else could go wrong at this point? This is going to be a defensive touchdown as they keep piling it on.
Here's Gay now to add the extra point.
And the route is on here in this first half. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Houston set to take over.
And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Now inside the 25.
And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Extra point by Gay is up and good.
And the route is on here in this first half. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
The Texans with the football here late in this first half. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. Stroud coming right back after the pick 6.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, if you're the offensive line, your big concern, protecting your quarterback, give him a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed yardage.
And they will get to him behind the line, but the clock continues to tick down. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Now here's Bradley Pinion now.
To return is McKenzie. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Time for a look around the NFL here in Week 3 of the new year. We'll start up at TIAA Bank Stadium in Jacksonville. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Travis Etienne, a touchdown run in the victory. From there, we head up to Kansas City to check on the Chiefs at Arrowhead. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Josh Jacobs, 2 touchdown runs on the afternoon. Lastly, we head to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough to check on the Patriots. And it's the visiting Jets who have the lead in that one. Aaron Rodgers with 2 touchdown passes. We saw former rushing champ Jonathan Taylor be a big-time factor in that first half. He's up over 100 yards rushing for the game already, and he scored 3 times as well, as they went to him early and often, and with good reason. Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3.
On the ball, on the ball.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
Jonathan Taylor.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Jonathan Taylor.
That one's a milestone. Touchdown number 150 for his great career.
And the Colts just continue to roll.
Gay is on for the point after. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
Taken at the goal line. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Gibson here running out of the gun.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
Pierce now up the middle.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. Taking on the midfield logo. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A great return there of 22 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Richardson to throw off play action. That's going to be taken in by Downs.
Touchdown Colts!
Josh Downs,
26 yards.
and the Colts have got it on cruise control.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
Taking it about the 1.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Colts pick it up. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Running straight ahead, Taylor.
Fighting his way through contact. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor.
An 18-yard touchdown run.
And the Colts get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Texans getting set here to take over again on offense. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
Quiddy Pay.
My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense. So he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here's Pierce on the counter.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
Stroud. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's in.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, That's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete.
And they get to Stroud, nowhere to go, and he goes down. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Houston. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Colts taking the field again, running back Jonathan Taylor at center stage.
He has had a whale of a game. In the third quarter, you're already over 200 yards. I don't know what more he can do at this point.
Not a whole lot, and what he has found is that zone that we always talk about, where every carry feels great. Every carry potentially is a sprint to the end zone, and all he wants to do is ride it as long as this game goes on.
Yeah, now he's just thinking 300 yards maybe. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Richardson working from the gun.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Richardson looking to throw. He'll get this one complete there to Pittman.
Touchdown!
Michael Pittman.
52 yards!
And the Colts will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third.
It's been quite the game for him individually. A trio of touchdown catches now.
So pick a route, any route. Whatever you want him to run, he's going to do it and do it well and end up in the end zone. This has really been fun to watch.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
And the Texans set to come onto the field.
And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Back now here on EA Sports.
Now 2nd and 5.
And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Now here's a throw that's complete.
And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
Stroud to the air on 1st and 10.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
Quiddy Pay
in there to get him again. That is sack number 6. One off the NFL record of 7.
Throwing now is Stroud.
Under pressure, they got him again.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
Let's go ahead and put check marks by it all, partner. No points. Down by 4 touchdowns. Haven't had anything going today on offense. Why not add a late sack to the mix? Obviously a day to forget for all involved.
And for the 3rd time now, this is going to wind up as safety. Unbelievable. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Now Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense retakes center stage.
I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got it.
There he goes, left side. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Boy, 248 yards rushing for him so far, and a boatload of touchdown runs as well.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They go to the ground again with Taylor. Past the 20. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That one good for 33 in the first.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been a bell cow all day, and they'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
Now Richardson back to throw it.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal.
And now some disagreement down on that sideline. The red flag is out, and we're going to get a challenge. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could...
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Taylor will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Extra point by Gain is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
This taken in at the goal line. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Now comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never.
Stroud is hit, and the ball is loose. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And they've got it very deep in enemy territory. It's inside the 5 at the 3-yard line, 1st and goal. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Taylor.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
So the rushing touchdowns continue to stack up, CD. That now 15 for him on the year.
And give him a ton of credit for staying healthy, being a smart runner, and is showing just how important he's been to his team. He's got to be their MVP at this point in the season, and those votes may even turn into league MVP votes when it's all said and done.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Texans back out there and ready to go. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Quiddy Pay just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Ready, go.
Stroud working out of the gun.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Stroud from his own end zone.
And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time it yields a safety.
Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? That's what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
Automatic first down.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line.
Buffalo 18. 19 tight. 19 tight. Mustang 19. Panther 11. Panther 11. Trap 60. Trap 60.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. He's going to look deep down the field. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Okay, ready?
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
This one into the hands of Will Mallory.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here.
Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Stroud looking to throw.
His throw incomplete.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Stroud out of the gun here.
And that will be incomplete as well.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Colts football and Michael Pittman, helmet back on and ready to go.
And now he's inching closer to a 200-yard game. He's been so solid.
And he's really denting the pride of the guys playing defense, too, because there's certain barriers that you just don't want to give up. You never want to give up a 100-yard rusher, a 100-yard receiver. He's closing in on 200 yards. Wow, that's a really big game.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to...
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays.
And it was capped off on the touchdown catch by Michael Pittman.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
And now out comes Houston.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on.
Go.
1st and 10, it's Richardson.
Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. And incomplete on the deep ball.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Throwing again, it's Richardson on 2nd down.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided.
Here we go, here we go. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Let go.
3rd and long for Richardson.
And off his back foot, he'll heave this one deep. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.
So not just a blowout win for them today, Charles.